What's going on, Pittsburgh? This video is of the 37th annual Whitney M. Young Junior Service Awards Dinner held by Scouting America Laurel Highlands Council.
Hello, my name is Charlie Batch, founder of Best of the Batch Foundation. Truly grateful to be able to be celebrated amongst all the other nominees that were here. And we're just truly grateful to be able to be a part of it and continue to do our small part in the community. But we don't do this by ourselves. It takes collaboration of a lot of different people, many of them that are in this room here today. So we're just truly appreciative of that. So with the Best of the Batch Foundation, we do mentoring, tutoring, after-school programs, cooking classes, theme labs, sound studios, dance studios. So there's a lot of different things that these kids can take advantage of throughout our building. And again, we're just eager to show it off because all programs within Best of the Batch Foundation are free. So we encourage all students to come over, be a part of it, because right now it takes a village to be able to help make this happen. And we're truly grateful to see everybody that comes through the building throughout a calendar year. Yeah, I think everybody's kind of spoke pretty much the same message at the end of it, making a difference, challenging everyone in the room, because again, we don't do this by ourselves. We're the ones, yes, being acknowledged here today, but again, there's many other recipients that are worthy of that particular honor. So again, just going out there, making sure that we continue to go out here and make this region better, because we can't do this, and we could do it individually, but we're a lot better collectively. Well, I think ultimately, depending on what level that you're at, if you're still in school, go out there, get the best grades possible, but also understanding there are people out there who've helped you along the way. So when you have to go out there, earn it, and learn it through education, and ultimately earning it through labor, it's our responsibility to return it back to our community. So let's not forget there's somebody else out there that has helped you. So when you get out there and make it, go out there and make sure that you return it back to your community.
Thank you. This is awesome. I just want to thank Whitney M. Young and the committee for selecting and nominating us, and we are truly grateful. Latasha sends her well wishes. We're trying to be in two places at the same time, so she's probably giving a speech the same time that I'm giving a speech at this particular point. So we are very grateful. And we don't do this by ourselves. This is Best of the Batch Foundation, and we literally just celebrated 27 years of being able to serve. And it's a blessing, and a lot of people, they're familiar with the work that we do, but don't necessarily understand the why. And people always ask me, say, Charlie, why did you create the Best of the Batch Foundation? And literally, just last week was 30 years ago. And 30 years ago, I received a phone call from my mother while I was in college. I was at Eastern Michigan University, and my mother said I needed to come home. And I said, well, what am I coming home for? And she says, just come home. So I'm packing a bag full of nothing because I had no idea what I was coming home for. And remember, there's not cell phones like you do today, these little thing called a beeper. And I know some of the young people in here are like, what the heck is a beeper? But ultimately, that phone call, and literally on the other end of the phone, I said, Mom, tell me why I'm coming home. And with the deepest swallow that I've ever heard in my life, my mother said, Charlie, your sister's been shot and killed. I'm like, what? So I get home, and of course, I get here, all my boys are waiting on me. They're like, Charlie, we know who did this, let's go get him. And I'm like, at this particular point, I said, I need to know what happened before I make a decision that may alter the rest of my life. And essentially, the story goes like this, because it's very tough to get the codes of the street to talk. But essentially, the story goes like this. My sister was walking down the street from a friend's house. She got caught in crossfire between rival gangs, and the guy that she was with used her as a body shield. Danielle was only 17 years old and never had the opportunity to live life. And at that particular moment, I said, if I was ever in position to give back, I would. And I put all my time and energy to graduate from college, which I was the first in the family to do. And then secondly, hopefully being drafted by one of those 32 teams. I was drafted in the second round by the Detroit Lions in 1998. Immediately after that season, January of 1999, is when Best of the Batch Foundation was created. We did some one-off programs in Detroit, and then ultimately shifted our mission and our goals to Pittsburgh. And I didn't know how long I was going to be here. I thought it was literally only going to be 1 year. In 1 year, we started a basketball league, and we had 125 kids, 25 volunteers, so we knew we were on to something. And lo and behold, we created that program, and that lasted almost 20 years. And then essentially, as we now knew we were on to something, because we knew we had that low-hanging fruit, which was getting kids to pay attention to sports, but also how can we get them to pay attention to education? If you know when you play, you know when your study hall is. Because at that particular point, they had to read a book, In order to read a book, you need to attend 4 mandatory study halls. And that was the easiest way for me to think that I could get kids to pay attention to a book during the summer. It's a lot easier to do it through sports versus saying, hey, meet me at the library in the summer. Be lucky to get 20 kids. But ultimately, as we kind of fast forward, here we are now celebrating, and we just literally celebrated 3 years of being in our building. And if you are from Homestead or rode through the Homestead area, we literally went from 5,300 square feet to 33,000 square feet. And as we put that together, and now all of these years later, 27 years later, being able to serve over 4,000 kids annually in 9 counties throughout southwestern PA, we are truly grateful because there are many people in this room that believed in what we were trying to do all of those years later, all those years ago to where we are now. And I am truly humbled and grateful as I say thank you, because we don't do this by ourselves. I would be sitting here lying to you if I told you that. It takes belief amongst the community and what we are trying to do. So as we strive as 27 years, we can look forward to the next 27 years to continue to make this possible, because if you come through the building, we invite you to come to the building, you'll see everything that is forecasted in the next 10 to 15 years in the building, because we understand what these kids are going through at this particular point. We're just trying to be that resource and an extended arm for the school districts as we are now continuing to work with, and we are partnering with over 25 school districts currently as we speak today. So I'm thankful for that. So again, on behalf of Best of the Batch Foundation, Latasha, and myself, I just want to say thank you. We are truly humbled, and we are grateful for this recognition, because without you, we wouldn't be able to do this. So thank you.